Urban warfare was one of the defining and bloodiest aspects of the Eastern Front during World War II. The Soviet Union, facing some of the fiercest fighting in cities like Stalingrad, Leningrad, and Berlin, developed and refined a range of tactics that allowed the Red Army to overcome brutal German resistance and turn cities into battlefields where Soviet forces could dominate. This article explores how the USSR mastered urban warfare, the key tactics they employed, and the lessons learned from these intense battles. The challenge of urban combat. Fighting in cities presented unique challenges. Dense buildings and rubble provided ample cover and defensive positions for the enemy. Streets and alleys restricted movement, negating the advantage of tanks and large formations. Civilians, ruined infrastructure, and close-quarter combat complicated military operations. The Germans had initially excelled in blitzkrieg tactics suited to open terrain, but in urban settings the Soviets adapted quickly. Key Soviet urban warfare tactics. 1. Small unit infiltration and assault groups. The Red Army broke down larger units into small assault squads. These teams specialized in close combat using submachine guns, grenades, and flamethrowers. They targeted enemy strongpoints such as bunkers, buildings, and machine gun nests one by one. 2. Use of engineers and sappers. Combat engineers played a vital role in clearing obstacles, mines, and barricades. They used explosives to demolish fortified enemy positions or create breaches in walls for surprise attacks. 3. Combined arms coordination. Tanks and artillery provided critical fire support despite the challenging terrain. Artillery barrages were carefully timed to suppress enemy defenses before infantry assaults. Close coordination between infantry, armor, and artillery was essential to avoid friendly fire and maximize impact. 4. Encirclement and siege tactics. Soviets often encircled cities or districts, cutting off supplies and reinforcements. Siege warfare tactics forced defenders into attrition and exhaustion. Stalingrad is the prime example where the city was surrounded and German forces trapped. 5. Psychological warfare and propaganda. Loudspeakers and leaflets encouraged enemy surrender. The Soviets emphasized discipline and morale to maintain soldier effectiveness despite brutal conditions. Major battles demonstrating Soviet urban mastery. Battle of Stalingrad, 1942–1943, perhaps the most iconic urban battle. It featured intense house-to-house fighting and demonstrated Soviet ability to grind down elite German forces through attrition and infiltration. Siege of Leningrad, 1941–1944, prolonged urban defense and counterattacks showcased Soviet resilience under siege conditions. Battle of Berlin, 1945, the final major urban battle where Soviet forces applied all lessons learned to capture the German capital with brutal close-quarters combat. Lessons learned and legacy. Soviet urban warfare tactics emphasized flexibility, combined arms coordination, and the relentless assault of fortified positions. These tactics helped the Red Army regain territory and ultimately defeat Germany in some of the war's most savage battles. The experience shaped Soviet military doctrine in the post-war era, influencing urban combat training worldwide. The Soviet mastery of urban warfare was a critical factor in the Red Army's success on the Eastern Front. By innovating tactics suited to the brutal realities of city fighting, combining small unit aggression, engineering skill, and firepower coordination, the USSR turned devastated urban landscapes into battlefields where they could methodically dismantle German defenses. This legacy remains a testament to Soviet adaptability and tenacity under fire.